coming and showing support to these young people who did a great job. They had one last exam to write today, and I got the privilege of telling them they had 100% pass, so everybody is now officially firefighters. Which was a challenge, but we made it. So, just from the fact that we're an emergency response organization, we're obligated to tell you if the fire alarms do go off, we want you to leave in an orderly fashion. The primary exit is right here behind you. We have a secondary exit just out the door you came in, and just go out right to the back of the yard to the fence. Somebody will meet you at the fence and provide directions as required. From a convenience perspective, there's washrooms available. Just right outside the door, there's a men's room, ladies' room, and use as you wish. Wow, how do you say that properly without looking embarrassed, right? I'll get over it. It's part of the game. So in just a couple of minutes, we're going to be having the students join us. We're going to be introducing this, having the students introduce themselves. One of the things about the fire department, excuse me, one of the things about fire departments is we're heavy into tradition. One such tradition is ringing of bells. When a fireman used to come on duty, he would ring the bell and say, "I'm reporting for service." And traditionally, it's now evolved to most of the time, when you hear a bell ring, it's the end of service. So a firefighter funeral usually has a bell ringing ceremony where the people ring the bell 3 times. The 3 rings 3 times indicates returning to station and off duty forever, right? We want to put a positive spin on it. So our students are going to be ringing a bell indicating they're reporting for duty and they're ready for work. So as soon as they're here, are they there now? You can see that they're there. They'll come out this door. Here. There's only 24 of them, so they can hide really easily. You see the issue we've had for 3 months. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is Platoon number 1 from Lakeland College Emergency Training Center.
Henry Law, reporting for duty.
Brandon Kurlock, Winnipeg, Manitoba, ready for assignment.
Kenzie Corbett, Woodstock, Ontario, ready for assignment.
Matthew Offord, Calgary, Alberta, ready for assignment. Keegan Bushlack, Extra Alberta, ready for assignment.
Ken Hodgson, Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, ready for assignment.
Jesse Wellman, Woodstock, Ontario, ready for assignment.
Firefighter Harry Kartoff, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, reporting for duty. Ryan Penley, Calgary, Alberta, ready for assignment.
Carter Scheller, Downey, Saskatchewan, reporting for duty. Gabe Doring from Okotoks, Alberta, ready for assignment.
Zach Keane from Winnipeg, Manitoba, ready for assignment.
Jesse Fisher from Edmonton, Alberta, ready for assignment.
Sydney Tornado, Prince George, BC, ready for assignment.
Russell Swiderski, London, Ontario, ready for assignment.
Cole Meyer, Chandra, Alberta, ready for assignment. Son Williams, Paradise Valley, Alberta, ready for assignment. Courtney Christensen, also Saskatchewan, ready for assignment.
Eli from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, ready for assignment.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my privilege to introduce to you Lakeland College Emergency Training Center, Platoon number 1. Finding people holding up wallets nowadays. Used to be camera to you and Zoom, now it's okay. We'll have an opportunity for pictures at the end as well. We'll be good to go. Okay, everybody, take your seats. Okay, we're playing musical chairs up front. So. Ladies and gentlemen, here at Lakeland College, we acknowledge that the land we gather on is the traditional homeland, hunting, and ceremonial gathering places for First Nations, Métis, and Inuit. The Plains Cree, Woodland Cree, Sutu, Blackfoot, Métis, Dene, and Nakota Sioux people have practiced their culture and language on Treaty 6 and Métis Region 2 territories for generations and were the original caretakers of this land. Many First Nation, Métis, and Inuit people call this land home today and have done so for a millennia. We would like to acknowledge the history we have created together on this land and be thankful for the opportunity to walk together side by side in friendship, learning from the past, and promoting positive relationships for past, present, and future. I would like everybody now to please rise. We're going to sing or play the national anthem. Thank you. So ladies and gentlemen, part of our program today is we're going to have some guest speakers come up and address the students. We have a dean of the Emergency Response Training Center and a past dean. where today is the official transition point where our new dean takes over. So both of those gentlemen are going to be having a short presentation. Short. Okay. We also have the chair of faculty for Lakeland College, who's going to be saying a few words. In addition to the Alberta Fire Chiefs Association, a representative, Mr. Brad Stratty, will also be coming up and have a speech. So first I would like to call upon the new Dean of Emergency Training Center, Mr. Sean McCary. Please come up.
Okay. So good, I guess it's afternoon, right? Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, I was still thinking it was the morning. I'll start first thing by reading a message off from our Vice President of Academic and Research, Ms. Tanya McDonald, on behalf of the school. So she goes to say, good afternoon. On behalf of our President, Dr. Alice Wainwright Stewart, and all of the Board of Governors, it is my pleasure to offer congratulations to each of you and the hard work of the graduates of the P1 class. You have completed your training and risen to the challenges you had before you. I want to welcome your family members and thank them for all the support they undoubtedly offered to all of you to be here. We are celebrating today a significant achievement, but it is an achievement that you realized all on your own. As the most meaningful accomplishments in life, our friends and our loved ones feature prominently, and so it is today. We'd like to thank you for all of that support. I hope that your time has been challenging. There's no growth without resistance, and overcoming substantial challenges can be deeply rewarding, and today you're celebrating that reward. Thank you for choosing Lakeland College. I, being Tanya, thinks that you've made an excellent choice. 91% of our graduates are employed, 85% are employed in the field of which they're educated, and 94% recommend Lakeland College to others. I'd like to acknowledge the faculty and staff here at the ETC that have contributed to your experience here, and would like to take an opportunity to thank Mr. Dave King for his leadership as your dean, and welcome in the new dean of the Emergency Training Center, myself. So I appreciate that. I'm very proud of the ETC, and that we've earned the reputation of one of Canada's best emergency training providers. Your college education is provided to you with a solid base of skills and confidence to start your career in the fire service. It is just the beginning. Success in any field requires continuous learning and self-improvement. Never stop learning. Make the commitment to lifelong learning. Sorry, I mixed up the page. Okay, there we go. Sorry. Now we can talk about growing and the challenges behind you and the learning before you. I hope you guys have a lot of fun in doing this. In the short period of time you've been here, you've developed some close friendships with your platoon. The intensity and rigor of your training is completed and creates the bond that is much stronger than your typical classmates. You've become a team. Teamwork is our individual commitment to a group success. That individual commitment is a choice we make every day. Choose to be a great teammate, and you're going to find out really quick that's important in the fire service if you don't know that already. But getting back, I don't know about the industry to offer any career advice, but I know as a firefighter you automatically become a role model to boys and girls. So don't take that role lightly. Children and youth listen to what you say. More importantly, they watch what you do. So act accordingly, you won't regret it. Thank you and well done, Platoon 1. And again, that's our message from our Vice President of Academic and Research. So we thank Ms. McDonald, and again, thank her for sending those messages to you today. Now, from my perspective, or from my side, it really is my pleasure to stand before everyone today as the new dean of the Emergency Training Center. I was in your spot about 16 years ago, graduating the EST program, so I'm one of you guys per se, and fell in love with the fire service. And the first time I ran on a fire truck, going, this is really cool. There's nothing like it. So if you haven't experienced it yet outside of the school, it is something that is pretty amazing, and you get to do some really exciting stuff. So I hope you get to cherish that and enjoy it. But one of the messages I did give a few of you during the last steak night was that you guys, I hope you all, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you all realize the easy part's over. The real work begins now, and you're going to be going up against many other people trying to fight for these fire jobs, because it is a great career. and it's a competition, and do not underestimate that. The real work starts now. So your ability to write tests and pass interviews and do the physical is now going to make or break you. And one piece of advice that I can give is don't ever give up, and don't be afraid to hear no. You will be told no from fire departments, but you know what you need to do when you get told no is tell yourself good. Good, I didn't get in. I'm going to try harder next time. Now I know where the bar is. I know what I need to do from here on. I've seen too many firefighters work their butts off to get told no and then get discouraged and then go join the RCMP or whatever or something else, right? So, you've invested a lot of time and effort into this program, and I would love to see you all be successful firefighters. They say if you can't take the heat, become a cop. But I apologize if there are any police officers in the audience. Is don't give up. It will take you multiple times. Trust me, it'll take you multiple times to get on a fire department. It just means good. I know where the bar is and get after it and work harder. So I'll leave you with that piece. I do want to say thank you very much for choosing Lakeland College, and again, you guys are our reputation moving forward. It's the product. You guys are the product we're putting out here. So please go out into the fire world or the EMS world or wherever you end up and represent us really well, because we rely on your efforts out in the field for the people that came before you and the people that are going to come after you. So please do represent us very well. I appreciate that. As I hope, as a graduate of this program, I do hold Lakeland very highly regarded inside myself, and Lakeland was the start of my career that led to many, many successes and long-time learning as well. So hopefully this is just the kickstart to your career, and please take advantage of it and stay in touch with us. We like to hear successes and understand where people land and how you're doing. So please stay in touch. So that's all. I'll leave it with that.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, the one thing I did in air forget to do is introduce my co-instructor, who was with us for the whole 3 months. We get together, we just forget we finish each other's sentences, I forget. So this is Adam Herilio and his dog Piper. Piper is a service dog in training for PTSD, which is a very important aspect of emergency services. So welcome, Adam, and I apologize for missing Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll ask the representative of the Alberta Fire Chiefs Association, Mr. Brad Stratty, to come up and say a few words.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the Alberta Fire Chiefs Association, my name is Brad Stratty. I am the alternate director for Region 3, which is where the school is situated in, and we're very proud to have them in our region. They host a lot of our programs. They sponsor us a lot of times, and it's that opportunity for everyone from the province, chief right down to firefighter, to come here and see what the school's about. And as your instructors indicated, we do believe it is one of the best schools in the country. Congratulations to the grad class, P1 class, 3 months, good job. Okay. I bet you learned and grew a little bit since you got here, right? Yeah, good to hear. Your hard work has paid off, and you've started a career that may bring you many, many rewards. And it may be the witness to hardship as well as you move on in your career. You will need strength. You will do a job that will bring you to going into a situation where many people are running out of, and you're going to be running into. It takes a special kind of person to do that job. And you have stepped up to take on that role. You've become a part of a familyhood. Remember, family looks out for each other. Take care of your brothers and your sisters. Become a mentor. The saying, excuse me, the saying that I take as a value is teach young firefighters to become old firefighters. And old firefighters never miss the opportunity to teach. Again, congratulations. Be strong, be safe, and excel in your careers. Congratulations again.
I would now like to call in Mr. Doug Pieper, who's the faculty chair for the Lakeland College Emergency Training Center.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, P1 class. It's a privilege to have had you here. And I say that in all sincerity. We trained many firefighters here over the years, and I can't count the number that I've had in classes, yourselves included, over that time. But I have to tell you that as a career, I can't look back and say that it was a bad one. I can't look back and say there was no psychological impact from that career, or that there weren't times when it was only the decision that I made on the moment that kept me there. But the decision was made, and it was rewarding. When I go home at night from a shift, there's many times I didn't share all of the thoughts and things that went on in my head during that day, or the things that I ran into, because I didn't feel like my children and my wife were prepared to deal with those things. As a result, you know what happens, right? They stack up in here. After a while, you've got to get rid of some of that. So I challenge you as you go out and find spots in fire departments. Don't be afraid to share with your spouse. Trust them. There's things you can share without shaking them up too bad, but pay attention to if they start to have resultant feelings because of that, you've got to respect it and help them out. Ours is a honored profession in the community, and as was mentioned earlier, you're looked upon as a leadership role model type person. So with that in mind, don't ever hesitate to lend a hand, and if you see somebody having a struggle with something, to reach out and do what you can for them. Even if that's just linking them up with somebody that can help. That's a really important thing to do. I wish you all the best as you go forward from here. I think that from what I saw out in the training grounds, that there's every reason to think that you'll find yourself a spot where you will be able to contribute a great deal in your community. Good luck. And to the families, support them, enjoy them, look for them to support you as well. Thank you.
I would now like to ask Mr. Dave King to come up. He is our past dean who's outgoing.
Very outgoing.
Very outgoing.
No, I just want to say thank you, congratulate P1 2022. From the time you guys got here 12 weeks ago, you were individuals, now you're a platoon. You are lifelong friends, your brothers and sisters. Enjoy it, you know, like it said before, you know, try, get onto a EMS or whatever it is. We won't mention the police department stuff. It's a wonderful career. I spent a little over 17 years on the volunteer department. Whether it's volunteer, full-time, professional, we're all professional firefighters. We all do the same thing. We all train the same way. A fire is a fire, emergency is emergency, collision is a collision. And we see, like Doug said, we see some wonderful things on the fire service, but we see a lot of tragedy too. So you guys are trained in the last 12 weeks to be that person. Good luck in your futures. And you know, I'm outgoing as the Dean of the Emergency Training Center. I've really enjoyed my role, the staff, the faculty, and the people that I've been able to meet. And the support from your family and friends is going to be important going forward. But if it isn't a successful career in firefighting, I'm still the Dean of Trades and Technology. So, you want to be a tradesperson? Come on over. I've got truck driver training under my portfolio, and I've got interior design under my portfolio. So yeah, good luck, congratulations, enjoy the day. It's a very special day for you guys, okay? Good.
So ladies and gentlemen, at this point, we're going to be calling up the students individually. We got a presentation for them, a little package, a little thank you, and I'll have the following people come: Sean McCary, Dave King, Brad Stratty, and Doug Pieper join me on desk up at the front. We'll just get you gentlemen to get in line here. That's yours.
Congratulations, and would Mr. Bushlack please come up and take his certification? Mr. Byer?
Adam?
Okay, hang on.
Oh, we're going to take pictures first? Okay.
Stand over here. The rest of you pay attention first. There we go. You see? That's what we want. Okay. Thank you.
Can I have Mr. Byer come up? Again. Congratulations, you guys.
Oh, look.
Next up, Mr. Bradley Calder, please. Next up, Mr. Christensen, please. That's the guy here. Mr. Corbett, please. Mr. Dorian, please. Congratulations, eh? Mr. Eon, come on down, my buddy. Congratulations, eh?
Don't break my heart.
That was the weakest handshake.
So if the truck gets stuck, he pulls it off?
With one hand.
Mr. Fisher, please. Oh, boy.
Congratulations, dude.
Mr. Grunger, come on down, please. Congratulations, Jack.
Congratulations.
Mr. Hodgson. Come here. Come here. Mr. Hoffett. Thank you. Shoterovish, Mr. Kartav. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Mr. Keene, please. Congratulations.
It's all right. It's all right.
Mr. Krylik, please.
He's also in the running for second best mustache of the group.
And best haircut.
And best haircut, yeah.
Mr. Law. Congratulations. Mr. Penner, please. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Everybody's whispering.
Mr. Peneluke, who has the best mustache besides myself? Thank you, sir. Congratulations. Thank you.
Are we wrong about the mustache?
Mr. Scheller. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Mr. Scott, please. Good job, Ed.
Thanks, sir. Congratulations.
Mr. Sunderland, please. Congrats, Alana. Mr. Swinitsky. Congratulations.
Okay, let me introduce him. Ladies and gentlemen, we also get the opportunity to have a generational Passover. So I'd like to call up Captain Dennis Tornado. He serves with the Prince George Fire Department and has been doing so for the last 21 years. Could you come up and join us, please?
Oh, this way, sir. Thank you for your service, first of all,
Thank you.
and you have the pleasure.
Oh, thanks. Call up Sydney Tonanato.
Mr. Wellman, please. Mr. Zimmerman, please. Congrats on that.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, yes. Good job, good job.
Thank you.
So ladies and gentlemen, while they're here for 3 months, the students are worked and being observed. They're being observed by the faculty members who are their instructors directly. They're being observed by fellow students. And based on that, the fellow students have the privilege of nominating other students for awards. So there's 3 awards that they are nominated for, and I'm going to call upon Stacy Ruller to come up and explain what the awards are and who the nominees are for our P1 class.
Thank you very much. So what we get to do today is I'd like to first talk a little bit about our Alumni Association. I'm going to hijack things for a bit. I'd like to bring you greetings on behalf of our Alumni Association President, Rebecca Joseph, who wants to send, first of all, congratulations to all of you for your hard work and perseverance, and really welcome you into our Lakeland College alumni family. As you will have seen from your classmates, our grads spread far across the province as well as into other provinces and countries. So watch out for fellow alumni because you'll see them everywhere. You'll find this new family large and able to share stories, and we truly welcome you to this next chapter with Lakeland College. So today's your day. Soak it in and enjoy because, as you've heard already, the real work starts soon. So first of all, I would like to talk about the Austin Bridges Memorial Award. So as mentioned, each platoon nominates 1 member of the platoon for criteria of academic excellence, commitment to the chosen career, as well as demonstrating character and leadership, and willing to assist and support fellow students. So this is a nomination for Mr. Carson Scheller. The next is another nomination for the Laura Lee Nichols Award, and it was created in memory of Laura Lee, who was a longtime staff member of the college by her family. This member is also nominated by their classmates in terms of consideration for academic excellence, demonstrating the ability to really lead and provide willingness to support others. So I'd like a call on Sydney. Next, I would like to present this award. This award is presented to each one of the platoons and is awarded the recipient for, again, academic achievement, professionalism, demonstrating the ability of leadership and ability to support their classmates. So I would like to call on Sergey. Thank you.
At this point, we call upon the students now, the valedictorian, to come and do a presentation about their experiences here at the college while they've been here. So who's speaking? I think it's Dad, right? Come on.
I don't think I ever spoke in front of a group this big, so My name is Ken Hodgson, known as Dad to the group. So on behalf of the 2022 P1 class, I would like to welcome and thank you all for attending the graduation. I will start by saying congratulations to you all. This journey started on April 25th, just 12 short weeks ago. Arriving that morning, few of us knew each other or anything about one another, where we came from or our backgrounds. But it didn't take long for us to get to know each other and have a few drinks and laughs on the weekend. There was always something going on, whether it was a basketball game, a pool party, or a Friday night trip to the casino in Lloyd. And for the most part, a successful trip. So, there are certainly things I won't mention, but for the most part, there was no shortage of laughs or Coors Light, and that's just part of the game. Although some people may not think it, this group is truly amazing, skillful, and hardworking. The ability to help each other succeed is second to none. You should all be proud of yourselves for what you have accomplished, and not only as individuals, and more importantly, as a team. As 12 weeks here comes to an end today, our friendships and memories will not. I personally will truly miss you all. And what started as a childhood dream has now become one step closer to reality for us all. My advice to you all, never stop chasing that dream. Just like to finish off by thanking our families for one, and second our instructors for their patience and understanding, because without them we would not be here today. Thank you all for making for me this the best experience, unforgettable. Thank you.
So the students have developed a little short PowerPoint presentation outlining their experiences here at the college for the 3 months they've been around. Thank you very much. So now it's our turn. Scared? We're going to start with Mr. Aurelio, who's going to address the students.
I was told I had 3 minutes, but I'll tell you I'm going to be a little longer than that. So just straight off the get-go. I was here at the same time Mr. McCary was here, and I'm still here, so that should show you guys and ladies a little bit of something. But first, I know how excited we are today, and how do we usually start the day when I'm here? Push-ups. All right, let's get in and do 5 for everyone so they can see what it's like. Easy. So, if you've ever heard of Mr. Push-Ups, that would be me. But, all right. Is everyone ready?
No, sir. No.
Oh, Mr. Keys. All right. Down. Up. 1. Down. Up. 2. Down. Up. 3. Halfway down. All the way down. Up. 4. Down. Up. 5. And that's how we started the day usually. Right? More than that though. Yeah.
And down again. Up again.
So, when you're going into the career, this is somewhat of a serious career, and you have to have a little bit of thicker skin. So, I look at it at the group, and I'm extremely proud and honored that I got to be out here helping them as well as them grow. But I have to thank them as individuals, because not only did they are growing, they helped me grow as an instructor as well. Not just that, they had to put up with Piper. As you can see, she is still enjoying her time here. So, I don't know if everyone heard the nicknames that I gave out, but usually we have nicknames, so I'll kind of go down the row with the nicknames, and I apologize if you don't think it's appropriate, but we did have some fun with some of these. So Mr. Eline, I called him Break Your Hand, Mr. Eline. He was absolutely fantastic and a pleasure to have. So whoever your parents are, I appreciate them bringing you here and making you come back, because you are an absolute pleasure to work with. And Piper loved you just as much as I did. So, Mr. Zimmerman, also known as what? Zims. Self-explanatory. That's a pretty easy one on that one. Mr. Scott, he has a really good one, and I have to apologize, Mr. Pieper, for the tarps off optional. Scott, that could have been me that set him up for that, but thank you for giving him the gears on that, because he put his shirt on real quick. So thank you for that. Mr. Greninger, I was just pretty much called him Mr. Greninger or G or Gardner or whatever. Sometimes someone couldn't pronounce it right, but there was many different names. Oh, Mr. Penner. So I guarantee your parents are proud of you, because I am too. So we have automatic transmissions out here, and you have to pull the PTO to get them into gear, right? So if you were a farmer, your dad would be very upset. But his name was Grinder, and I'll let you understand. Not once he tried it, but twice. So I was going to hint to that down the next part. My dear friend Bradley, absolute pleasure to have out here. There was always a competition between Bradley and Mr. Hoffert. If you guys could stand and look at the parents and everyone, and you can. I'll let you guess what their names are, but it was either Ginger 1 or Ginger 2, is depending on who was smarter that day or who was not so smart that day. So, Mr. Christensen, that was good, yeah. So we were good on that one. Mr. Sutherland, we had a few different nicknames, but the most recent one came from an awesome D&D guy from Wainwright. As he was trying to get some dirt on him, he ended up backfiring, and if you would like, you can say your Thumbelina if you would. Yeah. So he had an incident, but it was good on that one. Cole and I had the battle. I called him Colin, Cole, Mr. Byer, but the best thing about it is he answered really politely to all of them. So I appreciate the parents. They gave him really good manners because he was absolutely awesome. So Switterski, Switty, however Mr. Keenan used to pronounce it, I was definitely correct, and I just called him Swivy. So that was an easier name for that one. Mr. Toninato, and I apologize, Mr. Toninato, but we called her a tornado, and you could probably understand why on that. So she said she
First
took
time you heard it, right?
Yeah. She said she took after her dad, so we let her go with that. So that was the one that she wanted. Mr. Fisher. Mr. Fisher. We could say Fish, right? Or we could say Homeboy, or we could call him G-Unit. There's a few different ones that we had, and he was appreciative of all of them, so that was really good that way. Mr. Keen was always a good one. We called him Keen. So it's pretty good that way. Mr. Dorian, how many times did you mispronounce this as well as I did?
Just once. A week.
Me too, yeah. So it was Doer or Dorian or Doyen or however we could get it out, but again, he was very receptive. Mr. Scheller, I had the pleasure of working with him, and congratulations, well deserved. We called him not Mr. Scheller at first. How many times did you have to correct me?
Once or twice.
A day for the first week. Yeah, so it was Scheller, but we ended up getting it, and it was good. Mr. Peneluke, did you have any family here? Nope. Perfect. So instead of calling him Mr. Peneluke, I called him Panty. There's one of those, and as you can tell, he'd put Just for Men in his mustache because in the video it didn't show up as good, but it still looks really good. It was a success. Mr. Kartov, we called him Kiev. Obviously, there's a reason for that. My family is originally from Kiev, so for me it was very suited. And again, congratulations, well deserved on your award. Very happy to see that. Mr. Wellman, we found out multiple times over the matter of 5 days on how many people worked at Lloydminster Fire Department, and I'll let Mr. Wellman tell you guys that because he asked multiple times during that week.
45, sir.
So, and 6 full-time and 6 units, and there's 2 fire halls, yeah. So we found out the hallway. I kept putting Mr. Wellman out to the west coast, not the east coast, so I always called him Arborist or Mr. Arbor, as he was an arborist for work-wise. And in my one video, I don't know if you guys got to watch any of my lives on Facebook, but I was just like, he comes from BC. He's like, no, Terry. I was like, that's okay. So I appreciate the good times with him. Dad, words can't explain the year that you had and all this successful times that I see. He's just like me, an emotional wreck. I get pretty emotional. I'm trying to hide it back right now. Hence why instead of doing the serious, I do the funny, right? So I really appreciate everything, Dad. You did great, and I'm very proud of each and every one of you. I know I'm saying this just to one person, but it's to everyone. Mr. Bushlack, we've had many a good times. Is Mr. Bushlack's parents here? Okay, congratulations. So I'm gonna come on up here. So there's one thing in the fire department that we really take pride on. It's our uniforms, right? So as you can see, I'm gonna tiptoe. I got one thing and he doesn't. But he also liked this game a lot too. So we had Mr. Bushlack was a great student. I couldn't ask for more. He was absolutely a pleasure. So well done bringing him up. We look forward to having him around doing a whole bunch of cool things. And if you ever need a belt, let me know. I got one. So just in case. So again, between Ginger 1 and Ginger 2, we were going to do an Indian leg wrestle today who was going to win, but Mr. Hoffert, congratulations, you got ginger one because you said your arms are bigger, so I don't want to mess with that. I'm going to leave it as it is. Mr. Corbett, it was Corbs or Mr. Corbett. That was pretty much about it. Sorry that we didn't have a really good one on him. I tried, but. Brandon, are your parents here today? No, okay. We weren't. Not only did he get best haircut award, as you guys can tell, and second best on the mustache, but I liked his nickname, one of the best, and it was Brandy. Or Brandy or Crybaby, those are the two. I was hoping for a better laugh the first time, so I'll say it again. And if you guys, it makes you feel better when you laugh, right? That's the better thing about that. Mr. Henry Law, again, we didn't get really much nicknames because you can't really go law with anything, because if you did, you'd be going to jail. I didn't know about that till today. So, but yeah, so he did, what was the one that he had just recently? Long Law? Yeah. There's probably a really good explanation that I was not aware about, as you can tell. I kind of got thrown up here with the mic that not knowing that. But again, with this class, like I said, I had an absolute blast with them all, and I'm extremely happy to see everyone up here getting their certification, and I wish you all the best in your futures. And like I said, don't give up. If this is something that you guys want and girls want, make sure that you push for it, because I would like to see you guys on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok. Don't ask the TikToks. But see you guys somewhere. And like I said, keep in touch, because I want to make sure that you guys are all good. So thank you guys very much for helping me grow, and I hope I helped you guys grow it a bit. And as you can see, Piper is now ecstatic that you guys get to go. So congratulations to you all. Thank you very much.
So I'd like just to sum up a couple of quick things. First, I'd like to take full credit for training all these young people. However, I can't. There's a whole team behind us. Like, we presented the material, but we got course development, staff of people that write our programs and develop them so that they meet standards that are recognized North America-wide. So they can apply for jobs with the credentials they get here to anywhere in North America. The credentials are appropriate, right, which is good. We, as firefighters, were renowned for breaking the unbreakable. So when we train with trucks and equipment, we break it, we got a tech services staff that repair and fix everything for us. We got leadership that give us the dollars we need in order to make things happen. So we're just one cog in the big wheel of how to make it happen, right? So I'd like to thank all the support staff that have helped us, so thank you very much. I've got a little traditional way I end the class, and I'm going to ask you guys, how many here are sports people? You play hockey? You know, you consider yourself a professional hockey player? No, Wayne Gretzky's a professional hockey player, right? How many play basketball? A few of you? Well, Michael Jordan is a professional basketball player. Compared to shift league kind of players, do you think there's a difference in skill level? How many here have ever put out a fire? Pretty much everybody can put your hand up. You put out a campfire, or stove, or a candle. But how many are professionals? We got 24 in front of us who are now professional firefighters. In a minute, I'm going to get the students to stand up and pose like they did at the beginning of class to take final pictures for anybody that wants. After that, the ceremonies will be ceased, will be done. The trucks are out in the U, so the students are more than welcome to take people for rides, drive around in a fire truck, hang around, take pictures, do the rest of the day is up to the students and the rest of you. Personally, I want to thank everybody for the effort that you put in, for the effort is required from you folks in order to move on. So thank you very much. Everybody up. Pose. and gentlemen, it's my privilege for the last time to introduce Lakeland College Emergency Training Center, Platoon number 1. And unofficially, everybody heard it, the boss said I get a raise. Oh, wait a minute, he's the one that's leaving. Okay, thank you very much. That brings an end to the service.